I thought he was my forever, until I discovered the woman he hid from me. The camera loves him. I watch from the corner of the room as he laughs into the lens, all teeth and confidence. 1,000 little lies hidden behind that perfect smile. The ring light paints his skin in golden warmth, the kind that makes strangers fall in love through a screen. And they do. Every single day. He glances at me briefly, just a flick of his eyes, the kind that says, "Be quiet. Don't ruin this." Then, louder than necessary, he says to his followers, "You guys are the real ones. Couldn't do this without you." They flood the chat with hearts. I can almost feel them pulsing through the phone, little red confessions screaming his name. They think they know him. They think this charm belongs to them. They don't know the version of him that leaves socks on the floor, or the one who forgets my birthday because he's editing videos until dawn. They don't know the man who hasn't looked at me, really, looked at me, in months. But I do. He signs off with a wink. The camera clicks dark and the smile drops from his face like a curtain falling after a show. "Can you get me water?" He says, not even looking at me. I nod, because that's what I do. That's what I've always done. Make it easy for him. I cross the room, my bare feet silent on the polished wood. The glass is cool in my hand, the water swirling clear and simple, everything his life isn't anymore. I hand it to him, and for a moment our fingers brush. There's no spark, just skin meeting skin like strangers in a crowd. He drinks without a thank you, scrolling through comments on his phone, grinning at the praise. I should be used to this by now. But something inside me, something small, something sharp, twists. It's the way he laughs at a message that's not mine, the way his thumb moves fast, typing words I'll never read. I lean on the doorway, arms crossed, and I hear myself say it before I can stop. "You've changed." His head snaps up. "What?" "You. This." I wave at the ring light, the camera, the fake smile still lingering on his lips. "You're not the guy I fell for." He smirks like it's a joke. "Babe, this is the job, you knew that." Did I? I thought I did. But now it feels like I'm standing in the shadows of a man made of pixels and applause. He gets up, stretches like a cat who owns the world, and walks toward me. Slow, lazy, like he's giving me the gift of his attention. And for a second, just a second, my breath catches. Because when he wants to turn it on, he can. That smile, that tilt of his head, the heat in his eyes. It's why I fell in love. His fingers brush my jaw. "You worry too much." I hate that I shiver. I hate that part of me still melts when he touches me like that. Then his phone buzzes. He pulls away, reading the screen, grinning at something I'll never see. And just like that, I'm invisible again. I walk to the window because if I don't move, I'll break. Outside, the city hums, neon lights flickering like secrets in the dark. I press my palm to the glass and wonder how long I've been living like this, half in love, half in denial. The thing is, I already know the truth. I've known it for weeks, maybe months. The late-night collabs, the photos I wasn't tagged in, the laughter that didn't belong to me. But tonight, something shifts. Tonight, I decide I'm done being his background. I pick up my phone and open a blank screen. My fingers hover for a moment before I type 3 words. "This ends now." The words glow back at me like a promise. Behind me, I hear him laugh, deep, careless, at something on his phone. He doesn't notice me watching him, memorizing the curve of his smile, the way his eyes light up for everyone but me. He doesn't know this is the last time I'll let him make me feel small, because tomorrow, I start my own story. And when I do, the whole world will know his truth. Morning comes too bright. Sunlight cuts through the blinds, striping the floor in gold like the world has the audacity to keep shining when everything inside me feels dark. He's still asleep. Face turned toward the window, lips parted, the rise and fall of his chest steady, unbothered. My eyes trace the lines of his body, the one I used to know by heart. God, I hate that I still look at him like this. Like he's mine. I roll out of bed quietly, feet finding the cold floor. Every sound feels too loud. The click of the bathroom door, the rush of water in the sink. I grip the edge of the counter and stare at myself in the mirror. Who is this girl? The one who gave everything, dimmed her light just so he could shine. The one who believed in us when he stopped believing in me? I splash water on my face. Let the sting of cold wake me up. Today it changes. I tie my hair back, swipe on a little mascara, and grab my laptop. My fingers hover over the keys, but for the first time in forever I feel something electric. Purpose, maybe. A whisper in my chest that says, "You can do this. You don't need him." My heart pounds as I create the account. Username, her truth, not petty, not cruel. This isn't revenge. This is reclamation. I upload a photo, not of me, not yet. Just words on a white background. What if the love you worship online is a lie? My phone vibrates almost immediately. Notifications, curiosity. People love a mystery, especially one that feels like it's holding secrets. I'm so deep in it I don't hear him wake up. Morning, babe. His voice slides through the silence, smooth and warm like honey. And it still does things to me I wish it didn't. Close the laptop too fast, he notices. Of course he does. His brows lift just slightly, and there's that smile. The one that could sell a million lies and make you thank him for it. What are you hiding? He teases, moving toward me. Nothing. I lie. He steps closer, barefoot on the hardwood, hair a mess that somehow makes him look even better. The kind of messy that fans would pay to see. You're terrible at lying, he says softly. And just like that, the air shifts. He's close now. Close enough that I can feel the heat rolling off him. Close enough that I catch the faint scent of his cologne, the one I bought him last Christmas. His hand brushes mine as he reaches for the coffee pot, and the contact is a spark I wasn't ready for. I hate it. I crave it. I step back. He notices that too. What's going on with you? He asks, voice lower now, like he's trying to pull the truth out of me with tone alone. Nothing, I say again. But it's thinner this time, stretched like glass about to break. He leans against the counter, arms folded, watching me. Studying me like he used to back when I was more than just the girl behind his camera. His gaze lingers on my mouth, and for a second, I swear, I see something real flash in his eyes. It would be so easy to let this moment pull me back in, to pretend that things could go back to the way they were. But then his phone buzzes on the counter. I glance at it. 1 second too long. He notices that too. He picks it up, turns his back slightly, and I catch the curve of his grin. Private, intimate, not for me. And that's when I know, whatever he's hiding, it's not just numbers and algorithms. It's hearts. It's bodies. It's the kind of betrayal that cuts deeper because it was never just about love. It was about trust. He slips the phone into his pocket and looks at me like nothing's wrong. You good? I force a smile. Always. Inside, I'm a storm. The rest of the day, he's filming, editing, laughing into the lens while I move through the apartment like a ghost. Every sound feels amplified. The shutter click, the hum of his voice when he says, "Hey guys," the fake warmth that makes strangers love him more every day. But that's fine. Let him perform. Because tonight, I'm done watching from the wings. Tonight, I go live not to tear him down. Not yet. To rise. To tell the truth. Not about him, but about all of them. The ones who smile for the camera and rot behind the scenes. The ones who sell love like it's merch, while real hearts bleed in the shadows. And maybe, just maybe, someone out there will hear me and realize they deserve more. I set up my phone. The ring light clicks on, washing me in white fire. My reflection stares back from the screen, and for the first time in months I recognize her. Strong. Sharp. Ready. "Hey," I whisper, voice trembling but sure. "Let's talk about what they don't tell you." The counter ticks down. 3, 2, the notifications don't stop. By morning, my video has over 100,000 views. 100,000. I watch the numbers climb like they're racing towards something I can't quite see. Comments pour in. Women sharing stories, men denying, strangers thanking me for saying what they've been too scared to admit. Red flags aren't cute. Stop romanticizing fake love. This hit me hard. It's not about him. Not yet. It's about the truth. The one nobody wants to see behind all that curated perfection. But as I scroll, my heart thunders with something I can't name. Fear, power, freedom. The sound of footsteps pulls me back. He's awake, and he's holding his phone like it's a weapon. "You went live last night?" His voice is calm. Too calm. I keep my gaze steady. "Yeah." "About what?" "Relationships," I say, choosing each word like glass I don't want to break. "What's real? What's not?" His jaw ticks. "And that has what, exactly, to do with me?" "Nothing," I lie, though we both know better. He takes a step closer, and suddenly the air feels heavy, charged. He's barefoot, hair damp from the shower, wearing just sweatpants slung low on his hips. The version of him that used to make my knees weak. "Feels personal," he says softly. Maybe because it is. I shoot back before I can stop myself. The silence that follows is dangerous. The kind that could end in a fight or something else entirely. His eyes search mine, and for the first time in weeks, I see something real break through. Not the influencer smile. Not the easy charm. Something raw. "Talk to me," he says. Not as a brand. Not as the man the world worships. Just as him. And God, I want to. I want to pour everything out. The late nights I spent waiting for him. The way it feels to be loved like a prop. The texts I know he's hiding, but I can't. Because if I start, I'll shatter. Instead, I turn away. There's nothing to say. He moves closer. Close enough that I feel the heat of him at my back. His voice is low, almost a whisper. "Then why does it feel like I'm losing you?" The words hit me like a storm. I grip the edge of the counter because my knees don't trust me. I want to scream, "You lost me the second you let them have pieces of you that were supposed to be mine." But all I manage is a breathless, "Maybe you already have." When I face him, his expression is unreadable, and then, God help me, his hand lifts to my cheek, slow, hesitant, like he's asking permission. I should pull away. I should shove him back and laugh in his face for thinking he still has that right. But I don't, because for one reckless heartbeat, I let myself feel it. The warmth of his palm, the memory of what we used to be, the ache of everything we've lost. His thumb brushes my jaw. Don't do this, he murmurs, and there's something in his voice that sounds almost like fear. I swallow hard. Do what? Leave me, he says. Quiet. Broken in a way I didn't think he could be. My chest cracks wide open, because this is the confession I've been waiting for, the one that comes too late. I'm not leaving, I whisper, even though we both know it's a lie. I'm just done pretending. And then I step back, away from his touch, away from the gravity that's pulled me under for too long. His hand falls to his side, and for a second he just stands there, staring at me like he doesn't know who I am anymore. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe that's the point. I grab my phone, my lifeline, and glance at the screen. Another notification. Another wave of comments. My second video, uploaded just hours ago, is already going viral. His eyes follow mine, and realization hits him like a blade. You're blowing up. I meet his gaze, steady, unapologetic. Yeah, I am. Something dark flashes across his face, panic maybe, or pride twisted into something ugly. This is what you want? He asks, voice sharp now. Clout? Fame? You want to play the game, baby? You'll lose. I smile. Soft. Deadly. We'll see. Because here's the truth. This isn't about clout. This isn't even about him. It's about me. About every woman who's ever loved someone who made her feel small. About rewriting the story before someone else writes it for you. He turns away, muttering something under his breath, and disappears into the bedroom. I exhale, shaky and loud, like I've been holding it in for years. Then I open. It starts with a sound, the sharp slam of a door. I look up from my phone, heart kicking hard, and there he is, storming into the living room like a hurricane in human form. His jaw is tight, his grip white-knuckled around his phone. What the hell is this? He shoves the screen in my face. My video, the latest one, the one that hit 1 million views overnight. I glance at it, calm, even though my pulse is chaos. You know what it is. You're talking about me. His voice is low, deadly calm, but his eyes burn. No, I say softly. I'm talking about the truth. His laugh is short, sharp. You think people won't figure it out? You think they won't connect the dots? Congratulations, babe, you're famous for being bitter. The word slices through me, but I don't let it show. I just set my phone down, slow and deliberate, and meet his gaze. Funny, I whisper. I thought bitterness looked like cheating with girls who worship your feed. His nostrils flare. He doesn't deny it. He just steps closer, towering, his presence a heat that used to make me weak. Now it just makes me angry. You want to play this game online? He says, voice like velvet over steel. You're not ready for what's coming. And you think I'm scared of you? I rise, closing the space between us until I can feel his breath on my skin. My heart hammers, but I hold his eyes, unflinching. Something flickers there. Frustration, yes, but something else too. A shadow of the man I loved. You used to be on my side, he says quietly. I almost laugh. I used to think there was a side worth being on. His jaw works. His hand lifts like he's about to touch me, like muscle memory can save him. But I step back and the rejection hits him like a punch. And then his mask cracks. You think you're better than me now? Because you've got what? Some followers? A pity parade in the comments? You wouldn't have a platform without me. I made you. The words land heavy, but they don't break me. Not this time. No, I breathe. You broke me, and I rebuilt myself without you. The silence after. That is thick, humming like a live wire. Then his phone buzzes. Again, And again. Notifications lighting up his screen like fireworks. He glances down and I see it. The headlines, the tags, the shift. Her truth trending #3 worldwide. Is this about him? Receipts coming soon. His face drains of color. You're ruining me, he whispers, almost stunned. No, I say, voice steady. You did that yourself. He looks at me then, really looks at me, and for the first time in forever, he's not untouchable. He's just a man standing in the ruins of his own empire. And God help me. Part of me still aches for him. Still remembers what it felt like when his love was real, or at least felt that way. He takes a step forward, softer now. Please, he says, and the word is a quiet blade. Don't do this. We can fix it. I can fix us. And that's the breaking point. Because us doesn't exist anymore. You can't fix something you broke on purpose, I whisper. His hand reaches for mine, desperate, and for one reckless moment, I almost let him. Almost. But then I see it. The glint of his phone in his other hand. Recording, my stomach drops. You're filming this? My voice is ice. He doesn't answer. He doesn't need to. Rage surges hot and sharp through me. I rip my hand back, my laugh low and bitter. You really don't know me at all, do you? Because while he was busy plotting his little trap, he forgot one thing. I have the truth. I grab my phone from the couch, swipe, and in seconds the video is live. Not tears, not drama, just screenshots, DMs, receipts stacked like ammunition. The caption is simple. Believe patterns, not promises. His phone explodes with notifications, mine too. The internet roars like a tidal wave, hashtags multiplying faster than he can breathe. He stares at me, shock bleeding into fury, into something almost like fear. You'll regret this, he hisses. I smile, slow and deadly. No, I'll never regret choosing myself. And then, God, I don't plan it. I don't even think. I add the words, that tastes like freedom on my tongue. We're done. The look on his face is a storm I'll never forget. And as I turn away, heart pounding, the comments flood in. Queen energy. Protect her at all costs. Drop the full story. I don't answer. Not yet, because right now I'm shaking, not from fear but from the sheer weight of breaking chains I thought would hold me forever. And my phone won't stop vibrating. It's sitting on the table like a living thing, buzzing with notifications, comments, tags. Millions of voices screaming my name. Her truth isn't trending anymore. It owns the internet. But the sound barely registers, because all I can hear is my own heartbeat, wild and relentless as I stare out the window at a city that feels different tonight. Freer. Behind me, the door clicks. Soft. Careful. I don't turn around. I know it's him. His reflection joins mine in the glass, a shadow of the man the world adores, stripped of the gloss, the ring light, the charm. Just him. And God, he looks human for once. He doesn't speak at first, just stands there, hands buried in his pockets like he doesn't know what to do with them. When he finally does, his voice is quiet. You won. I don't answer. Is that what you wanted, he asks. To destroy me? I turn then, slow, and meet his eyes. There's no fire left in them, no arrogance, just something hollow. I didn't destroy you, I say softly. You did that all by yourself. He flinches, just barely. But I see it. For a moment silence stretches between us. heavy with all the things we never said, all the love we lost, long before the world knew our names, and then he laughs, bitter, broken. You know, for a second, I thought you'd come back, that you still. He trails off, shaking his head. Never mind. My chest aches, because part of me wants to say it, that I did love him, that some part of me always will. But love without respect is just a slow kind of death, and I've died enough times for him already. Instead, I take a step closer, close enough to smell the faint trace of his cologne, the one that used to linger on my skin like a secret. I didn't want to ruin you, I whisper. I wanted to save myself. His throat works like he's swallowing words he can't say. And then he does something I don't expect. He reaches for my hand, not rough, not demanding, just desperate. Please, he says, voice cracking on the word. Don't leave me like this. For a second, a dangerous second, I almost let him pull me back. Almost let the gravity of what we were crush me all over again. But then I remember the nights I cried while he chased hearts on a screen. The lies, the emptiness, the way I disappeared in the glow of his spotlight, and I smile. Soft. Certain. I already left, I say, pulling my hand free. His face folds. Shock, then pain, then something I can't name. Something that might have been love, if it hadn't come too late. I walk past him toward the door. My bag is packed, my heart is light. Before I leave, I glance over my shoulder one last time. You wanted the world, I say. Now you have it. And I hope it keeps you warm. The look in his eyes will haunt me for years. But I keep walking. Because this time, I'm choosing me. The hallway swallows me whole. The elevator doors close. And when they open, it feels like stepping into a new life. Hours later, I'm in a hotel room bathed in city lights, sitting cross-legged on a bed with my laptop open. My notifications are still exploding, but I ignore them for a moment and hit record. The screen lights up with my reflection, hair loose, face bare, eyes bright in a way they haven't been in years. I take a breath, and then I speak. Hi, I say softly, almost to myself. If you're here because you've been where I was, loving someone who made you forget your worth, this is for you. My voice steadies as I go on. Love shouldn't feel like begging for attention. It shouldn't taste like silence or secrets. And if it does, walk away before it breaks you. Because trust me, leaving isn't losing. Sometimes it's the only way to win yourself back. I smile, real, fierce. Welcome to her truth. I end the video, and for the first time in forever, I feel whole.